The most underrated classic rock albums of the 1970s.
I've written, never meaning to send. Get away,
The 1970s stand as perhaps the most fertile decade in rock music history, producing iconic albums that continue to influence musicians today. While household names like Led Zeppelin IV, Dark Side of the Moon, and Born to Run rightfully earn their legendary status, countless masterpieces from this era remain criminally overlooked by mainstream audiences. These hidden gems showcase the decade's remarkable diversity, from progressive rock's ambitious conceptual works to hard rock's raw power and folk rock's introspective storytelling. The underrated albums of the 70s deserve recognition not merely as footnotes to rock history, but as essential listening that reveals the full scope of the decade's creative explosion. The Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, 1971. While the Moody Blues achieved commercial success with their earlier concept albums, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor represents their artistic peak, yet remains overshadowed by albums like Days of Future Past. This album perfectly balances the band's symphonic ambitions with more direct rock sensibilities, creating a sound that's both grandiose and intimate. The opening track, The Story in Your Eyes, demonstrates their ability to craft memorable hooks without sacrificing their signature orchestral arrangements, while Emily's Song showcases Justin Hayward's underrated guitar work alongside his soaring vocals. The album's exploration of spiritual and philosophical themes feels prescient rather than pretentious, addressing questions of meaning and connection that resonate decades later. The production by Tony Clark captures every nuance, from the delicate interplay between Mike Pinder's mellotron and John Lodge's bass, to the sweeping dynamics that build throughout each composition. Every Good Boy Deserves Favor deserves recognition as one of progressive rock's most accessible, yet sophisticated achievements. Humble Pie, performance Rockin' the Fillmore, 1971. Steve Marriott's post-Small Faces vehicle Humble Pie created one of hard rock's most explosive live albums with performance Rockin' the Fillmore, yet it remains largely forgotten outside of devoted rock circles. Recorded during their American tour, this album captures the raw energy that made Humble Pie one of the era's most formidable live acts. Marriott's voice, weathered by years of powerful performances, conveys both vulnerability and swagger as he tears through extended versions of songs like I Don't Need No Doctor and Stone Cold Fever. The interplay between Marriott's guitar and Peter Frampton's lead work creates a chemistry that studio albums rarely captured, while the rhythm section of Greg Ridley and Jerry Shirley provides an unstoppable foundation. The album's 22-minute version of I Don't Need No Doctor alone justifies its place in rock history, building from a soulful opening to a frenzied climax that predicts heavy metal's emergence. Performance Rockin' the Fillmore stands as testament to the power of live rock performance and deserves mention alongside other legendary concert recordings. Wishbone Ash, Argus, 1772. British rock quartet. Wishbone Ash created their masterpiece with Argus, an album that seamlessly blends hard rock, progressive elements, and twin guitar harmonies that would influence countless metal and rock bands. The album's concept loosely follows the mythological story of Argus, but the narrative never overwhelms the music's emotional impact. Opening track Time Was immediately establishes the band's signature sound, with Andy Powell and Ted Turner's guitars, weaving intricate patterns that complement rather than compete with each other. The epic The King Will Come builds from acoustic beginnings to a thunderous climax, showcasing the band's dynamic range and compositional sophistication. Martin Turner's bass work and Steve Upton's drumming create a rock-solid foundation that allows the guitars to soar without losing their anchor. The production emphasizes the band's organic chemistry, capturing the warmth and presence that made their live performances legendary. Argus influenced everyone from Iron Maiden to Thin Lizzy, yet remains underappreciated compared to other early 70s rock classics. Traffic, the low spark of high-heeled boys, 1971. Steve Winwood's Traffic reached their creative and commercial peak with The Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys, an album that perfectly captures the experimental spirit of early 70s rock, while maintaining exceptional songcraft. The title track's 12-minute journey exemplifies the album's strengths, building from a hypnotic groove into an expansive exploration that incorporates jazz, rock, and electronic elements years before such fusion became commonplace. Winwood's multi-instrumental talents shine throughout, whether delivering soulful vocals, intricate keyboard work, or surprising guitar passages. The rhythm section of Jim Capaldi and Rick Gretsch creates infectious grooves that support the band's improvisational tendencies while maintaining song structure. Chris Wood's saxophone and flute work add jazz sophistication without sacrificing rock's directness. The album's production captures both intimate details and expansive soundscapes, creating an immersive listening experience that rewards both casual listening and deep analysis. The Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys deserves recognition alongside other landmark albums that expanded rock's possibilities during this pivotal period. Gentle Giant, Octopus, 1972.
They're coming over Chariton Bridge.
Progressive rock's most adventurous practitioners, Gentle Giant, created their most accessible yet complex work with Octopus, an album that showcases their unique blend of medieval influences, complex harmonies, and rock power. The band's background in classical and early music informs every composition, yet they avoid the pretentiousness that mars lesser progressive works. The advent of Panurge demonstrates their ability to craft memorable melodies from unconventional time signatures and arrangements, while Raconteur Troubadour showcases their incredible vocal harmonies and instrumental interplay. The Shulman brothers' multi-instrumental approach creates dense yet clear arrangements where every element serves the song's emotional and structural needs. Kerry Minier's keyboards provide both orchestral textures and rock foundation, while the rhythm section maintains groove despite complex meter changes. The album's production allows each instrument to occupy its own space while maintaining the band's collective sound. Octopus represents progressive rock at its most sophisticated, combining technical mastery with genuine emotion and accessibility that makes repeated listening revelatory rather than exhausting. Conclusion. These 5 albums represent only a fraction of the 70s overlooked masterpieces, each demonstrating different aspects of the decade's creative explosion. From the Moody Blues' symphonic ambitions to Humble Pie's raw power, from Wishbone Ash's twin guitar innovations to Traffic's experimental fusion and Gentle Giant's progressive complexity, these works showcase the period's remarkable diversity and artistic achievement. Their continued obscurity speaks to the overwhelming wealth of great music produced during this decade, rather than any lack of quality or innovation. Modern listeners seeking to understand rock's evolution beyond the obvious classics will find these albums essential, revealing the deep currents that shaped not only the 70s, but rock music's continued development. The hidden gems of 70s rock await rediscovery by new generations of music lovers, willing to dig beneath the surface of classic rock radio's familiar rotation.